recording and waiting that. Now you're live on YouTube, Diane.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'd like to call to order the UCCRC meeting. Roll call, Rose.
Diane Einen.
Here.
Faye Storms. She's here. Michael Ham is here. Thank you.
Thanks. If everyone could look to page 3 of your packet and look at the minutes from our February 2nd, 2021 meeting. Please review any questions.
Chair, I move to accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Have a second?
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We don't have anything for executive session. There is no old business, so we will move into new business. Please turn your attention to page 5 of your packet for audited financials for the CCRC. All right, Rose and Scott and Matthew.
Matt, you're up.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, so the financial statements that you see for the year ended December 31st, 2020, they're in draft form and we're in the process of getting ready to issue them in conjunction with the filing of the Paris report. So you'll see it in this report. We have certain supplemental information that we're in the process of finalizing, which will be done shortly as part of the filing of Paris. So that's why you see that information is shaded. If you go to the report, which is page 8 of page 7 and 8 of the packet, you'll see that the audit for 2020 is unmodified. We had no findings or any control issues. There's nothing that we have to report related to the results of the audit. There's a second report in the back of this financial statement, which is on page 19 of the packet, that is the government auditing standards report. So what we look at is whether or not we have identified any compliance issues that impact the financial statements, and also any internal control findings that impact the financial statements that we'd have to bring to your attention. We had nothing of that nature, so that's also a clean report, meaning that we didn't have any findings or any issues with it. So overall for the year, I'm going to go through some highlights on page 13 of the packet. You'll see a comparison of 2020 to 2019. I mean, the most significant activity was that the organization had authorized a grant program for PPE up to $100,000 during 2020. You ended up dispersing $37,455 of grants during the year. That shows up as an expense to the organization. So when you take that plus your other administrative and professional fee expenses, you have a net operating loss of $47,000. You didn't have the sufficient fees that came in to cover those costs. So in effect, those costs were paid out of your net fund balance that you have. So from what you have accumulated over time, you use funds from the past to pay out those grants during 2020. So you had a net reduction in your net position of $42,609. When you look at page 12, that's your balance sheet statement of financial position. At the end of 2020, your assets are comprised of $404,000 in cash, $200,000 of a CD that's due to mature in July of 2021. Very consistent with where you were at the end of 2019, except for the reduction we just talked about of about $42,000. When you look at the rest of the financial statements, the footnotes are very consistent with what has been presented in the past. Sometimes there's an interest in where you have your funds invested or in the bank and making sure that you have it covered by FDIC insurance or other collateral. And you can see on page 17 that your assets are collateralized in accordance with your investment policy. Other than that, there was really nothing else to report. The audit went well. We didn't have any issues with the accounting function as far as making sure that the books and records were in good shape. Again, no findings, and we're in a position where once we can finalize the tie out of the Paris report, we'll be issuing this document to go along with your filing. So that's all I had to report, and I will take any questions that you may have. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. I'd like to have a motion to accept the audited financials as presented.
I'll make the
Motion.
motion.
There you go. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you. No public comments. All right. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.